And we good. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Wrestling Chop Shop. Another episode of Stipulation Saturdays. And the guest of honor today, we got Jason. Introduce yourself, bro. Let everybody know where they can follow you.
Oh man, wrestling account HB Bird, name page Bird with a Y. Uh, let's get it. I don't know exactly what you are what you got planned, but let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, guys. So for everyone who was here, last week with Theo, this became a little thing. I had a new setup and everything. So we're gonna start Jason off with a little quick mini games with a game of this or that. Some of them are the same because I do want different opinions for some of them. So let's get it started. So number one, this or that, Seth Rollins, the gimmick he had with the Authority, or Seth freaking Rollins right now.
I probably go Seth freaking Rollins right now. The Authority was cool, but as far as now, I feel like this probably my favorite gimmick that he's had so far. So I definitely go Seth freaking Rollins.
All right. Number two, we're gonna go AEW real quick. Ricky Starks or Sammy Guevara.
Oh, Ricky Starks, definitely. Anybody that know me know I don't really fuck with Sammy Guevara like that at all. Like he talented, but I could explain that, but we just gonna keep rolling. We just gonna keep rolling.
Number three, John Cena's U.S. title run, the Open Challenge, or the Miz's 2016 IC title run.
I'd have to say I probably have to go with the Miz just based off the fact that when that run happened, like he real life carried that brand. Like he carried SmackDown with that Intercontinental Championship. Really made that shit like feel real life important. That was like some legendary shit, and people still like and I don't understand why people decide to disrespect the Miz, but I definitely go with that.
Now this one we did this last week, everybody, but this is different because Jason messes with two people in this little situation. So I just gotta know. D Generation X versus the Brothers of Destruction, or Seth Rollins versus the Fiend of Hell in a Cell.
Like I gotta get rid of one.
Now, which one would you rather keep?
I'm keeping that Fiend match. I'm not gonna lie to you because as far as I'm concerned, Shawn Michaels' career ended at WrestleMania 26. I refuse to acknowledge anything afterwards. So we just gonna have to keep that Fiend match by default.
Bianca Belair versus Sasha Banks main event, or Becky, Charlotte, and Ronda Rousey main event?
Oh, Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. That whole that triple threat women's main event, like it was alright, but I ain't really had no stake in it like that because all three of them, like it was just I like they cool, but I don't rock with them how I rock with Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks. So I definitely keep Bianca Belair and Sasha.
24/7 championship or the hardcore title?
Hardcore title. I'm keeping that 24/7 championship is dog water. That looked like that looked like you went to a creative championship template and just kept everything how it came. Like you didn't edit anything. At least the hardcore championship got some spirit to it.
The current U.S. title or the older version of the U.S. title?
If you'd have asked me this a couple months ago, I'd have probably said the older U.S. title just based off of nostalgia. But I think I'm gonna go current. I really like the current U.S. title design.
Attitude Era or Ruthless Aggression?
Um, I probably go ruthless aggression, mostly because that's what I grew up on, what I grew up in. So
WWE 2K games or Survivor Series? I mean Survivor Series. SmackDown versus Raw games.
oh, definitely SmackDown vs Raw,
And then
landslide.
and then the last one. Which one would you pick to not have happened? Bianca losing in them couple of seconds, or Asuka losing the streak against Charlotte at WrestleMania? Her win streak.
I probably say I probably say Oscar losing her streak because Bianca ended up getting her get back. Oscar still ain't get her get back. So
See, Theo said the opposite. That's why I kept that one. All right, we on to the next. Delete one from history, bruh. John Cena, Randy Orton, or Brock Lesnar?
well, I'm definitely not deleting John Cena. Um, damn. I'm not gonna lie, I'll probably go Brock. just because I don't think I could delete John Cena or Randy Orton. I'd probably go Brock Lesnar.
Triple H, Randy Orton, or Batista?
I feel like by default I'd have to go with Batista.
Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, or Shawn Michaels?
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm going Daniel Bryan.
Whew.
A lot of them might not like that, but Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler of all time. AJ Styles, he damn near cracking the top 10 of my favorite of all time. Daniel Bryan, I like him too, but it's just compared to the other two, I can't do it.
Respect it. Delete the Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, or the PG era?
Oh, PG era.
Damn, bro, that was quick. So no John Cena versus CM Punk. You
I
just
mean, I
the
mean,
Yes
hey,
movement. You know, man.
I mean, I feel like I can lose that. That's,
Damn.
I mean, it's compared to the other two. I don't think the PG era was better than the ruthless aggression or the attitude era. So I mean, by default, I had to go with that.
All right. And now it would have been another delete one from history, but I thought of this last minute. You actually have to save one of these wrestlers, bruh. Orange Cassidy, Dolph Ziggler, or Tony Nese.
I was gonna be dramatic and ask if death was an option, but I'm not gonna. But I'm not gonna do that because that would be over exaggerating.
I mean,
I'm
it is
gonna
an
go.
option for the other two. You can only save one, so I mean,
I'm I'm
they
gonna go
dangling
with
from a cliff. You can only save one of them, bruh.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go with Dolph. I'm gonna save Dolph Ziggler mostly because, contrary to popular belief, I actually don't hate Dolph Ziggler. I just have a very high disdain for some of his fans. You feel what I'm saying? And I think we're gonna address that later.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't hate the guy. Like he's cool. Like he can work. He's one of the best. But it's just his fans piss me off. So I saved Dolph Ziggler. Definitely not saving Orange Cassidy because y'all I can't even begin to get in to how much y'all piss me off with this Orange Cassidy stuff. It's just like y'all not tired of him putting his damn hands in his pockets. Like it's the same shtick every time.
We gonna
Like,
get into that though.
but anywho, and then Tony Nese, he know what he did. I don't even gotta explain that.
you know,
He
I
know what he
mean,
did.
this man really don't like Tony Nese for nothing,
He know
bro.
what he did, bro. He know what he did.
I had to put that on there, bro. That shit was.
He's evil.
But let's get on to the real topics. Last night we had the WWE draft. Me personally, before I let Jason go and speak his mind, that shit was ass for what I thought it could have been, bro. Some of the picks, bro, they were okay, but like, nah, bro. But I'm gonna let Jason go first, and then I'm gonna bounce off of him. So, how you felt about night one and the stuff we learned about today?
Um, off rip to address the whole like Cody and Roman going to different brands. Like, as you know in the chat, like off rip, I was pissed because like it didn't make sense to me. Uh, I felt I don't want Cody anywhere near that world title, and I feel like they just that was just their way of getting him towards like the new world heavyweight championship. But like after further thought and whatnot, I'm gonna just let him cook. I'm gonna let it ride because they gotta know what all of us know. Like it's like there's no way you can have Cody Rhodes win the new world heavyweight championship if you don't want it to feel like a consolation prize. So worst come to worst, well not worst come to worst, but I'm hoping that the finals is something like Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes, and they finally get that man Seth Rollins a one up on Cody Rhodes, and then that starts whatever he start going through or whatever. But as far as like that situation, I'm gonna just let them cook. Everything else, I mean, I thought they was gonna split up the Street Profits. I'm kind of glad like they didn't because I feel like once the Street Profits split, then they not gonna do too much with Angelo Dawkins, and I don't like that. I don't want that because Angelo Dawkins is absolutely talented. He just so happened to be standing next to Montez, and when it come to Montez, whoever's standing next to him, of course, Montez's gonna outshine. But Dawkins put in work too, so I don't want them to forget about Dawkins. Uh, the whole Bianca Belair going to SmackDown thing, I didn't understand that either because it's just what do you do with her women's title reign now? Because she was on her way to being the longest reigning Raw Women's Champion of all time. So now if
No,
Rhea
she still
Ripley
no
goes,
no no. She still is.
she is.
Because remember all this goes into effect after Backlash.
So
She
after
she
Backlash, she'll be
she
there.
got 7 days to beat it. So that's like what, a week or two. So,
Okay, cool.
but
So
even
then
if so, it's like that's how it's gonna end, bruh.
I would just I would prefer them to just like I wish before the draft they would have rebranded the titles instead of like you could have done the women's world title and the women's WWE championship rather than having it be Raw SmackDown Women's Champion, or not Raw Women's Champion and SmackDown Women's Champion, and then having a dumbass belt swap. Because it doesn't make the belt feel prestigious enough. Same thing with
It
the
doesn't.
SmackDown tag team titles. But
I,
other than that, I seen Zoe start. She on Raw. Uh, I don't know whether to rock with that or not. For those that know, I heavily rock with Zoe Stark. I just want the best for her because I feel like she's talented. And who else? I didn't think Hit Row was gonna stay on SmackDown, but I
I,
thought they was going to
I
Raw.
really
But
do.
I mean, hey,
I just I don't know if you noticed, bro. Like for me, they really ain't do that much changing, bro. They put like fine, they put Bianca to SmackDown, and then here comes fucking Damage Control following right after, bro. And then I don't know if it feels like it for you, but I was saying it on live last night. Once they put Roman on SmackDown, every big star who got drafted to SmackDown, it feels like a just you're there to get fed to Roman.
I mean, well, yeah, because we know that he not losing to nobody named anybody that's not named Cody Rhodes. He not losing to.
Like you got
So
Bobby Lashley, like yeah, it's cool, but I wanted Bobby to stay on Raw, and we could have got Bobby and Gunther, but now he's gonna get fed to Roman.
I mean,
Why is Edge on SmackDown, bro? Can you? You're a different person. Can you give me a reason why Edge is on SmackDown other than nostalgia?
um, I honestly cannot. But then again, I don't really mind the nostalgia at this point because I've seen Edge go in interviews and say like he probably only like Edge said out his own mouth that he probably only got like maybe a year left to keep on wrestling. So, and he said he still got like a short list of things that he wants to do. So, I mean, I'm not sure exactly what he's gonna be. I don't even know where he goes after beating Finn Balor in a match that he shouldn't have won. But I mean, hey, like I'm gonna try to let him cook and see where all of this go.
And another thing is, I was thinking about it. Maybe they're doing the whole Bianca and Rhea swap because Finn is being looked at as somebody who could compete for the new world title, and that's on Raw. And it don't look like they trying to break up Judgment Day, so they like I feel like that's why they're doing this whole title swap shit, bro.
Yeah, but even it like if all of this was gonna come about, then I feel like you could have just had when Rhea Ripley won the Royal Rumble, she could have just
Mm-hmm.
challenged Bianca Belair at WrestleMania and won the Raw Women's
Yeah,
title
that's
there.
what.
Like it's like you could have just to avoid all the headache, you could have just done all of that. But now we got to go through another damn title swap, and it's just all
Like,
of this. All of this is because they didn't properly name their championship. They improperly branded their titles, and hopefully they fix it because I don't like the whole belt swap thing and the Raw. Like somebody in my comments had brought up the point like, how am I supposed to take the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships seriously and think of them as prestigious when they basically got the same name as the tag titles, as the men's tag titles?
mm-hmm.
So it's just like I'm just hoping they fix that. But overall, like I was very upset last night at that draft because some of the stuff just wasn't making sense. But after further analyzation, I'm gonna just let them cook because at the end of the day, that was my fault for getting my hopes up. I should know not
Mm-hmm.
to get my hopes up.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Me too.
I've been let down for the past I don't know how many years. So that shame on me, shame on me. I'm gonna do better. But other than that, I'm gonna let them cook. I'm gonna let him cook.
Can't do nothing but try because like you got your hopes up, bro. Shit is terrible. Shit is terrible. But we
Oh
still
yeah.
got Monday. We still got Monday.
Look, I'm hoping the
Any
Cody thing gets swerved.
with the way it went, any predictions? Maybe
I
do we see SmackDown maybe steal Cody?
I y'all did send in the chat that Triple H said that transfers are gonna be able to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I'm wondering what that entails. If they're gonna pull a, I I don't really like the whole idea of them pulling a John Cena, you drafting in one brand and into the other. It's I don't know. I just feel like that's doing too much for me. Like you could just
I
draft
mean, they're
whatever
already
brand
trying
you
to
want
make
to be.
Cody like look like John Cena. That whole storyline might as well add that too, right?
Don't even man. Look, you know I can't stand that man. But um, I guess they at this point there's nothing I can like. Well, it was never anything that I can do because I'm me. I'm not in control of nothing but my opinion. So I'm just I've fully accepted the fact as a Cody Rhodes hater that he might be the one to beat Roman, like real life beat Roman. And at this point, I don't really. It don't make me no. Never mind. I don't really care as much anymore because they got a second world title. So
Mm-hmm. Gotta love that world title, bro. And that's the thing. Let's talk about that real quick. Besides the obvious, bro. Besides the obvious, because I know you want Seth Rollins to get it first and all that. Who do you really see as let's say let's say in the semifinals?
you said the semifinals.
Yeah, let's if you got to give 8 people for this little tournament thing.
Damn, eight. That's a lot. Um, I don't know. As far as like, I feel like I feel like a final four could be something like maybe on one side of the because they said Michael Cole said the people that are competing for the new world title are gonna be from Raw and SmackDown.
Which
Like
makes no
he
fucking
didn't.
sense, bro.
Yeah. So, but I was thinking like maybe because I'm just saying it'd be funny as hell if the final four was something like maybe on one side is Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes, and then on the other side it's it's Seth Rollins and whoever Theory and AJ Styles or whatever, and then Cody beats Finn, and then Seth beats whoever he's facing. So then Seth finally gets one up on Cody. He reignites his shit with Roman, uh, beats him at SummerSlam, and then Finn Balor cashes in Money in the Bank on Cody Rhodes because of how he beat him in the championship tournament. Like
All right.
I know damn well that's not gonna happen. That's just me. But as far as like other people that I could see like holding the championship other than Seth Rollins, I could definitely see Finn Balor holding it. Uh, Theory, I feel like he's definitely out and uh, a probable outcome to win that championship. Same with Gunther. Uh, I've been on record saying to y'all that I think Gunther is winning next year's Royal Rumble, and
Yes, you have.
he's probably gonna challenge for the world title, and he's probably gonna win. But yeah, Gunther, Theory, Balor, Montez Ford, he could get there. Yeah, Nakamura, that's another one. I definitely want to see Nakamura hold the world title. Drew McIntyre, he as much as we troll Drew in the chat because of because of because of Braylon, I definitely I definitely do think Drew deserves
He
that
has to be
world
healed
title
though,
run.
bro.
Yeah, I want to see heel Drew. I want to see him get mad and just start kicking everybody in the face. But he definitely deserves a proper world title run in front of fans because nobody could predict that pandemic shit. But I will say that the last person that should be winning that title is Cody Rhodes because otherwise it's gonna feel like a consolation prize, which we don't want it to be.
That's what I said too, bro. Because at that point, you can call it that, and
I'm
it
saying
and it fucking sucks, bro. Let's see. And you said Finn. You really got hopes that Finn is Mr. Money in the Bank, huh?
I mean, I feel like my two finalists would be Finn Balor and LA Knight. But
Yeah,
like my thing with LA Knight is like I absolutely love LA Knight, but I don't know, it's just something about I don't think they gonna let him win the world title that quick. You feel what I'm saying? Like I feel like they probably gonna have him win a mid card title first, like before he does anything like win Money in the Bank. That's why I'm more inclined to believe maybe Finn Balor wins it and then cashes in on a Cody if he wins that SummerSlam.
I feel that. I feel that. All I know is I heard you say Theory, brother. Theory wins
Oh
Money in
yeah.
the Bank again. Bada boom, bada
See,
bang.
see like that.
Yeah.
See like I would be for that if he didn't win last year. It's just like I'm not with the whole, you know, uh,
Don't even
with
say
the
it, cause you
whole
like,
redo
cause,
type shit.
cause you like CM Punk, bro. Back to
I
back.
mean, yeah, but he won both times. Like, so it's just that's different. Like people talking about Cody might win the Royal Rumble again. Like I
I
don't
don't
want to
want
see him
that.
win. I don't want to see him win the Royal Rumble again after he just won it last year and lost at WrestleMania. Give it to somebody. Have somebody that hasn't won the Royal Rumble before win it this year. That's what I'm looking for.
Cody
Uh,
needs to win like the Chamber or something.
yeah, like put him in an elimination chamber match to face whoever face Roman or whatnot. I don't think they need to blow another Royal Rumble win on him. That's at that point y'all just stat padding for no fucking reason.
I'm just happy, bro. We got a new world title. I don't
Oh
have to
yeah,
worry about. Oh, our
and,
champion's not on TV. That's cool. We got another one.
and that joint look badass too.
It
Like
it
I
do.
told y'all in the chat, like as soon as he announced that new world title, like I don't care about Roman and his title no more. You can do
Hmm.
whatever you want with him. Fine, cool. We got another one.
I said it. You want to do 10,000 days? Go ahead. You can do that by all
By
means.
all means.
You want to hold it till 2028? Do what you got to do, bro.
You wanna have him beat Cody 7 more times? You know I'm for it. I'm all for it. I ain't complaining.
Now I do want to get your take on this because I've been hearing on the streets that Roman fans are upset about this new world title because they feel like it takes away from Roman.
So
Now, now, now that could be a thing, but when you hear that, you got to think why. Because it's funny how the same night that Roman is supposed to hit 1,000 days is the same night we about to crown a new champion. So it's like I could kind of see where they coming from, but at the same time, like, the fuck y'all want?
what y'all mad for? Y'all got 3 years on top. Like this man been the champion since the pandemic and through the pandemic till now. This man, like, y'all boy done held the world title longer than anybody in this past in this generation. Like, we never gonna see no shit like this again, and y'all still not happy because we got a new world title. And y'all mad because you feel like it overshadows Roman. So what? Roman been overshadowing everybody for the past 2.5 years. Get over it. Now's not you. Y'all not the people to be crying about that type of shit. That's what we call that. That's that's what I like to call the pot calling the kettle black. The call is coming from inside the house. Y'all need to cut that shit out. Talking about it takes away from Roman. So what? He done had everything over the past 2.5 years. He's literally had everything. All the main events, all the world titles. He's beaten everybody except Seth Rollins and Xavier Woods. Shout out to Josiah. Uh, but yeah, he literally done had everything over the past 2 years, and y'all gonna cry about that? Come on now, be for real. Be fucking for real.
It is what it is. But like I said, bro, I'm happy. I can't wait. I just want to see how this tournament works out because how am I supposed to believe that people from SmackDown are going to win any of their matches if they're on SmackDown?
I mean,
But then they got that transfer shit.
maybe that's where the transfer comes in. Like if somebody from SmackDown wins the world title, then they get transferred over to Raw because they won the tournament. Like, I guess that'll make sense, but in in the same sense, in the same logic, I'm not willing to believe anybody other than Seth Rollins is winning the tournament. Like, this is literally his tournament to lose. Like, and if anybody else other than him wins it, I'm be a tad bit upset.
Said Tyler Black at AEW. That'd be insane.
About Tyler Black.
But let's you know, big ass Shawn Michaels fan. You said he's your favorite of all time. We saw the draft last night. You saw his little emotions with his little NXT kids going up to the main roster. How do you really feel how Shawn Michaels is doing right now with NXT? Do you think he's doing better than what Triple H is doing on the main roster? Do you think it's about the same?
Um, Comparing the two, I don't know. I'm not really sure because both of them, they've been doing solid and whatnot. But as far as like, just strictly, Shawn Michaels in NXT, I've liked what's going on. Um, I like the fact that Carmelo Hayes is finally the NXT champion, even though he's probably gonna be dropping that back to a heel Braun Breaker.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, I just really don't see how anybody can like try and shit on NXT because just like don't get me wrong, it's not NXT Black and Gold. It'll never be that. Like that was some next level shit. But I heavily fuck with the product and what's going on now. I feel like they got a lot of young talent that's like on their way. Like Zoe Stark, I heavily rock with her. The Creed brothers, I feel like once they get it on the mic, then they solid because both of them, especially Julius Creed, are freak athletes. Julius Creed, he gonna be something else. But yeah, Braun Breaker, Carmelo Hayes, Nathan Frazier, he raw shit, Axiom. Uh, yeah, I just feel like too. Oh, and Wesley too. Well, I thought Wesley was gonna get caught up. No
Me
lie,
too. Still a chance.
I thought he was gonna lose his title and then get caught up. But yeah, as far as like the call ups that happened last night, I didn't see Indy Hartwell getting caught up. I didn't see that at all. Mostly because she had just retained the NXT Women's Championship, which in retrospect, it kind of didn't make sense to me because if she was just gonna get called up when she had got injured in the triple threat match,
Mm-hmm.
they could have just let Tiffany Stratton win the NXT Women's Championship like that. Like it was literally planned, like because they was communicating with the ref and the ref was communicating with the like workers and whatnot, and they had told him like the plan was to have Tiffany Stratton win because they didn't think Indy was gonna be able to finish the match, but then they ran Indy back out there, had her retain, and it's just like looking back on it, you could have just had Indy stay where she was at if she was gonna get drafted, and then just have Tiffany Stratton win. But I'm interested to see what they do now. Like, are they just going? They got to. I'm assuming they just gonna vacate the title
That yeah,
because if
because
you
she's
saw Indy
injured.
was on Indy was on the walking boot. She fucked her foot up, so there's no
Yeah,
way
so
she can
she.
like defend that. So I'm assuming it's gonna be a tournament or whatever. But oh yeah, and another person I forgot to Grayson Waller. Grayson Waller is absolutely one of my favorites in
Grayson
NXT,
Waller.
and I don't know if this is gonna be a really bad comparison or not, but I feel like if you mixed the Miz with like the daredevilishness of a Shane McMahon, I feel like that would be Grayson Waller. And I don't know how people gonna take that, but at the end of that's how I see it. But I feel like Grayson Waller is absolutely gonna be a star when he comes up to the main roster.
Grayson Waller's dope, bro. He made me a believer.
Oh yeah,
I wasn't rocking with him before, but
oh yeah.
he broke character a little bit when when he was next to Indy. But I was like, bro, is that Grayson Waller? Why are you so happy?
I think ain't they both Australian? Or am I
Yeah.
tripping?
Like after I thought about it, I was like, oh wait, yeah, they both Australian. That's how they do. But any predictions for any more NXT call ups coming Monday? And then
Um,
obviously after, because they'll do the whatever Raw's after show is.
I mean, I don't know. Um, Maybe they do Grayson Waller. I don't know. Uh, I feel like he'd be the most free to do it, considering the fact that he just lost the world title match that he was in with Carmelo Hayes. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think I don't think Melo or Braun is getting called up because apparently they finna run a rematch back for the world title. So if any of them get called up, it's gonna have to be later down the line because they still feuding over that. I heard that Tyler Bate could possibly be called up, which I rock with. Tyler Bate is he's real good in ring. Same with Dragonov. Uh, I don't know how that will work out considering the fact that he just got murked by Dijak on the on Tuesday. He got murked, so I'm assuming they gotta like run a match back. Uh, I think I seen the Pretty Deadliest for sure getting caught up, considering the fact that Stacks and Tony D'Angelo killed them off TV.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
it.
they threw him in the river, I guess.
That
But
was wild, bro.
I feel
Took a
like
hit out on Pretty Deadly. That's insane.
yeah. Somebody in the comments said Chase U. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Chase U could be some. bigger like when they get it to the main roster. But I don't know. We gonna have to see because I feel like it's more than with Duke Hudson. Grace is definitely a Miz, Shane, and Theory combination. I see that. I think that's valid. I definitely think that's valid.
And I said, I mean, Grayson Waller tag team with Austin Theory. I mean, I could see it. They both have phones.
Oh yeah. But as far as like overall what HBK is doing for NXT, I feel like he's doing as good of a job as anybody else could do. So hopefully he stays on track.
And so now we got the little pregame, Jason. Your little beef with Orange Cassidy in this international or inspirational or whatever the fuck they
Oh,
call it now.
talk about inspirational.
The new fucking title they gave, and now Orange Cassidy has it. Just first off, what's the real beef with Orange Cassidy? Is it really solely just the gimmick is getting tiring,
It's
or is it
it's
more than that?
I so for starters, like I used to rock with Orange Cassidy, like the whole thing, like it was cool. But then it's like I was watching one day and I'm watching him defend the title against people that I don't think he should be beating, and then I'm kind of like got a clearer head on like the situation in itself, and it's just like to me the gimmick just kind of got tiring. It's the same old shit all the time. I don't feel like his gimmick is fit to bring prestige to a championship. I feel like if you wanted to have him overcome the moment and like beat Pac for it, like cool. But I don't think there's any way he should have successfully defended that title 20 times now. I don't think
Damn,
I
it's
feel
been
like
20 times, bro.
yeah, I think they said it on Dynamite.
That's
Uh
insane.
like just based off of like the gimmick in itself. Like I don't fuck with that. Like y'all got him with this type of booking, beating all these people he going up against. Meanwhile, Wardlow, Powerhouse Hobbs, and whoever else, Darby Allen, keep flip flopping the TNT Championship, and it's just like I like people's trying to talk about like the TNT Championship. It's their television title and it's supposed to be defended every week and all this time, this, that, third, blah, blah, blah. And my thing is, okay, yeah, you may be right, but just because it has to be defended doesn't mean it has to change hands every other week.
It
Like,
really doesn't, bro.
like you had like Wardlow had it, and then fucking Joe beat him, and then I think he had it for like maybe a month or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and then for the simple fact that they were in Seattle, Darby Allen beat him, and then 2 weeks later dropped it back. Like you didn't even have to do all that. Like it's like I don't fuck with that. Like y'all keep on flip flopping the TNT Championship, but y'all let Orange Cassidy have this consistent ass run with the International Championship, and I don't like people saying he bring prestige to that title because I don't see it. I don't. He don't make me feel like that title is any more prestigious than any other title. Like I I feel like that international championship would be better suited on somebody like a Konosuke Takeshita or a Buddy Matthews or a Malachi Black or somebody like that, a Jay Lethal. Like I don't rock. I want them to get that belt off him because I just can't get with it.
But my
I don't
thing
like
is, what belt, bro? You never seen it. You never see it until he takes it out of his fucking book bag.
that shit. Like he keep the shit in the book bag too. Like I don't fuck that at all. And I really didn't like the fact that people try to come in my comments and tell me that he's better than two-time Grand Slam champion The Miz. Like at that point, I
That's
really know what brain level y'all are functioning on because nobody with a sound mind is gonna sit here and try and tell me that Orange Cassidy is better than The Miz. Like cause the Miz don't do four stun dog millionaires and two tope suicidas and all this flippy dippy shit. Orange Cassidy better than him? Like no, the Miz has adopted a style that is good, safe, and consistent. He can do it on anybody with anybody, and due to that fact, he don't get injured like that. He's reliable, and
literally
that
only
moves.
got injured in a zombie match.
I'm
Y'all
saying
remember the
like,
zombie match?
like I just feel like y'all getting too caught up in the glitz and glamour and all these what do you call that Superman punch, orange punch or whatever. Y'all getting
Orange
caught up in all
Kiss or some.
Y'all getting caught up in all that shit talking about he better than the Miz. Like he's not better than the Miz. Like let's fucking stop it. Like the Miz don't work too damn hard to for y'all to be sitting up here talking about a nigga with his hands in his pockets better than him. Like y'all better stop it.
Nah, yeah, that's
I need
wild.
to cut that shit out. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's really wild. But ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event.
Here we
It's
go.
time for why everyone is really here. You got Jason, and as he said, it's not really Dolph Ziggler. It's mainly them Dolph Ziggler fans, the Mr.
Fans, man.
Ziggles around the world, and everything like that. I'm definitely gonna let Jason say his point, and then I'm definitely gonna go back and forth because now I'm on that same spectrum. Because all these fans see a new world title and immediate, oh, Dolph Ziggler, it's gotta be Mr. Ziggles. And it's just like, y'all don't understand at this point, he's there to just uplift people. But Jason has taken the most for it, simply for a fucking joke.
I feel like this started with me though. I feel like I
It
feel like
did,
all yeah,
because you
and
made a
that's
joke, because that one fucking TikTok video, how to make Dolph Ziggler a WWE champion again. You don't.
yeah. No, what was funny, like it's crazy how all of this shit, like I really had no intention of disliking Dolph Ziggler's fans. Like I really didn't. Like all of this just stemmed from a video I made, which is a complete joke, and how somebody was talking about a way that you can make Dolph Ziggler a WWE champion again. And I stitched it and basically said, you don't, because the only people that want to see Dolph Ziggler be a world champion drink coleslaw smoothies. And then I transitioned, and then I transitioned, and now transitioned into saying that Chad Gable should be WWE champion instead. So that was the whole video. That was a joke, whatever. I ain't think nothing of it, but I ain't even gonna say the name. But a certain Dolph Ziggler fan got in my comments. Uh, they was tagging people was tagging this person talking about get him, get him, get him, and they were like, hold on, I will take a Dominic Mysterio title run before another. I mean, Dom is him. So, but
Thomas
yeah,
him, bro.
in the comments of that video, people were tagging this one Dolph Ziggler fan, and this person, uh, they were tagging him talking about, oh, get him. He talking about Dolph, get him. And this person came in my comments talking about some, oh, he's not worth my time, this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, first of all, I'm not worth your time, but you're in my comment section. Pissy. For like that those two things cannot coexist. Like I can't be not worth your time, yet you're still commenting. Like that's not how shit works. But anywho, that went on to that person going on and making a subliminal video about how they blocked me or whatever. But I didn't really care in the fact, because at the end of the day, the shit stemmed from a joke, and it's just like if you can't if you can't take your favorite wrestler being joked on, I don't know what you on the net for. Ask anybody in the group chat. Like all our favorite wrestlers get joked on all the time. Like they be making fun of they make fun of Shawn Michaels' lazy eye. It's just like there's nothing I can do about it at all. But like like Malik done hit me so many times talking about how Cody Rhodes done 3-0 Seth, and it ain't shit I can do about it. Like it's nothing I can do about it. But I feel like a lot of y'all energy with this Dolph Ziggler stuff is just it's just too, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't find it right now. I'm gonna just say it's too much, because first of all, let me go with the fact that a lot of y'all be saying that that Dolph Ziggler like is underrated. I don't already addressed this in a previous video of mine, but I'll say it again. Dolph Ziggler is not underrated. He's underutilized. Y'all are getting the words mixed up. Dolph Ziggler cannot be underrated if y'all are consistently getting on the internet talking about how great he is. I literally never hear anybody say anything bad like about Dolph Ziggler when it comes to him like in the ring and all that stuff, like him being like, I always hear that he's one of the best sellers in the world. I always hear that he's one of the best in-ring workers in the world. I always hear that he's one of the best on the mic, like all the time. So it's just like, if all y'all are saying is he can't be underrated, he's underutilized. That
Facts.
those are like y'all are getting the words mixed up. And like Axe said with the whole world title situation, like here y'all go with this, here y'all go with this notion thinking that Dolph Ziggler should look. I got a plethora of people that should touch that world title before Dolph Ziggler sniff it. At this point in Dolph Ziggler's career, y'all should be hoping that man won a mid card title, not a world title. This man done got sunned by Mustafa Ali. He done got sunned by Theory about three, four, five different times, and he done got squashed by Omos. And y'all finna sit up here and tell me that that man should win a world title. As of now, hell no. Y'all better build that man back up to a mid card championship because as it stands, I can name like I can name hella people that should win that title before him. Like y'all, nah, nah. Y'all getting ahead of yourself. Go for the mid card championship first. Try to have him redeem himself against Theory, maybe. But other than that, like, hold on, Axel, you telling me you wouldn't have Dolph Ziggler beat Theory for the U.S. title if it meant Theory would go on and win the world title? You
Hell no, I could. I'm not
you
dealing with
want
that. I'm not
you want
dealing
to
with
do it?
that shit. That's what Bobby's for, bro.
I mean, I'm just like if that's the way that Theory gets the world title, like he drops the U.S. title to Dolph Ziggler, and then goes into the main event scene and wins the world title. Like if that's the way it happens, you gonna be okay with that?
I'm probably gonna have to eat that and just deal with it, bro. Now
I
that I
mean,
think
because
about it.
he the world champion. Like he gonna be the world champion.
But that's
Yeah,
the
but it's
thing, bro. These Ziggler fans, they're crazy, bro.
like they want the world, and like I understand that. Like y'all want the world for y'all favorite wrestler. Like I do too. But in the same sense, we gotta come to some type of understanding that Dolph is not the same guy from 2016. The same hype is not around that man, and WWE is not trying to build that same hype back around that man because they got plenty of other stars that they could invest in. Plenty of other stars like a Theory, like a Gunther. They could reinvest in Finn Balor, a man whose world title reign lasted less time than probably anybody's. He only held the title for a day. So it's plenty of other more deserving people to win that title than Dolph Ziggler. So I mean, I would say don't get your hopes up, please, and stop with this shit online. Like I be seeing it and I don't like it. Like it kind of irritate me because y'all be doing a little too much. Like we understand, y'all think he's underrated, which he's not. He's underutilized, like I said before. But
It's,
overall, all of this comes down to like I had said before. Like I don't hate Dolph Ziggler. He's one of the greatest wrestlers I have ever seen. Like his in ring ability uh is one and only a few. I just dislike the way that y'all fans the way that his fans act like shit should be a certain way in this. Like y'all sound what's a word that's not too offensive? Is imbecilic a word? I don't think that's a word.
I mean,
I'm gonna just leave it at annoying. And I'm gonna let you go. I feel
yeah,
like I've voiced everything. As far as you, we know how you
bro.
something else.
I just gotta say two things, bro. Because when you look at age wise, Dolph Ziggler is right where Jeff Hardy is. I'm not over here screaming my lungs out every time Jeff Hardy shows his face on AEW. Oh, AEW World Champion, AEW World Champion. I say the only time that should ever happen is if CM Punk is literally the fucking champ. Otherwise, he too old and he should only be there to uplift other people or the people around him that are in the group. Like fucking I always forget their names because they're like the Street Profits, Private Party,
Private
like
party.
doing shit like that. And then also, speaking of Jeff Hardy, before he left and everything happened like that, he was rumored to face Roman Reigns. When are you Dolph Ziggler fans going to realize that WWE don't see Dolph like that? Because if that was the case, we would have seen a feud with him versus Roman. Roman has feuded against Xavier Woods, Rey Mysterio, even Dominic. For
that was
like,
that was the thing. He threw him out the ring. He power bombed him out the
bro,
ring.
like he just vanished out the ring, bro.
He power bombed him out the ring.
And not even Dolph Ziggler got a sniff in that situation. But y'all want to scream now he should be in running for the new world championship when he getting squashed by Omos. I just can't. You guys need to understand it's done. You act like from 2010 to 2016 he ain't have no moments. This man came from being Chavo Guerrero's whatever side dude when he was a golfer
Caddy.
to yeah, the caddy to a Spirit Squad member or vice versa, however it went, to being what he is today. Is that not fucking enough for y'all? Is it not enough? He was Mikey or Mickey or whoever the fuck he was. He was a male cheerleader, bro. Getting shit dumped on him by DX. What more? Like, I'd be
like
happy.
and I understand. Like, don't get me wrong, but it may sound like I'm trying to like tone police, but that's not the case. Like you are allowed to want whatever you want for your favorite wrestler. Like that's fine. I'm like, that's cool and all that. It's just y'all gotta understand. It sounds a little dumb. Like sometimes stuff y'all be saying sound a little dumb. Like there's no way you can sit up here and tell me that a Dolph Ziggler deserves to hold that new world title before a Gunther or a Theory or a Finn Balor or a Matt Riddle or a Montez Ford. All these people. It's all these people that I see that would highly benefit from that stuff. And Dolph Ziggler is not one of them. Like it's he at this point he's done what he's done, and that's cool. Like that's fine. I personally don't care to see him hold another world title. Mid card, I feel like you can get
That's
away with mid card.
cool.
You can hold a mid card, but I personally don't care
But they already
to see
tried that,
him
bro.
in the main
That's my
event series.
thing. They already tried it. He went after Theory. It wasn't hitting.
I mean,
Like, well, like guys, it is what it is. I don't to say you want him to be the inaugural new WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
that's the thing. Inaugural is crazy because that's
Like,
no.
like what Jason said. You could want stuff for your favorite. Like, if you want to say become that champion, that's cool. But inaugural, bro,
Y'all gotta come to grips. Like
over Seth, Finn, Theory, Gunther, people like that. That's
like
insane.
like you are allowed to want what you want. You are allowed to have your opinion by all means, but you have to understand that using the whole well that's just my opinion thing like it's sometimes
Nah, nah.
sometimes opinions sound ridiculous like like in that video that I made trolling everybody where I said that where Malik had made that video and was like if Triple H lets you run creative for one day what's the first thing you're doing. Remember how I started off the video saying that the first thing I would do would would be bring back Ryback because he was one of the best workers they ever had. You remember, I trolled y'all about saying that, and I told y'all I was just playing in the video. But
Mm-hmm.
that was that was technically just my opinion in the moment, and it absolutely sounded stupid. It sounded stupid. Just because it's opinion, just because it's an opinion, doesn't mean it's right. And that goes for everybody, even me. Some
Mm-hmm. Even me.
all of my opinions ain't even right. But it's just like I understand where some of them may sound stupid. Y'all have to understand that when y'all sitting up here saying shit like he should be the inaugural champion, uh, that sounds stupid. It absolutely sounds. Anybody with a functioning brain will tell you that sounds stupid. Uh, him winning it at all, I don't feel like I feel like you could get away with him not winning it at all because there's so many other people that should hold that title before him.
It's just crazy, bro. Like, and it all comes down to the fans. Like, there's so many wrestlers I end up not liking because of the fans. It's like just calm down. We don't have to like Dolph Ziggler.
Oh yeah, Cody
We
was one
don't
of them.
like people, and you don't have to interact with us either, guys. You really don't, because again, it's our opinion. If you don't agree with it, you could always just like swipe, leave the video. It's
That's the
like,
thing. Like you said, has Dolph Ziggler won a main title? Yes, he's won a world title. Dolph Ziggler won a world title, I think, in 2013, something like that. He
around.
cashed in Money in the Bank. He's had, but it's other people that are like in WWE now that still have not had a proper moment with the world title. So it's just like for y'all to keep bringing up Dolph Ziggler when a Drew McIntyre hasn't had a proper world title run in front of the fans. I really don't count none of that, the majority of that pandemic shit, because I wouldn't anything that really wasn't the bloodline. Like I don't really see that as much. But Finn Balor still hasn't had a proper world title run. Uh, Gunther hasn't held the world title. Uh, Theory hasn't held the world title.
Can't wait
Montez
for that,
Ford,
bro.
he can get there, but I don't know how that's gonna work, seeing that he's on SmackDown now. But
Remember, bro,
we'll get there when we get
SmackDown
there.
superstars could get are in the
I mean,
tournament.
yeah. Shinsuke Nakamura, that's one I'm really like.
Bro, another
He
one
should beat
too.
AJ Styles
Carrying
at Mania.
Cross. That's if he gets drafted to Raw, but you know.
We gonna see about carrying, but
God
I feel
damn
like
it.
I look he like don't get me wrong, like he cool, but it's just
Trying to
like
sneak my boy in there real quick. You feel me?
since he came back, it's just like his aura and like the way he's been booked, like I ain't really like rock with is it wasn't much to be hype about. So I don't know. Maybe if they improve on that, then you get away with that. But yeah, it's I feel like it's so many other people that you could roll with to win that world title before you even think to put the strap on Dolph Ziggler. Like you want to give him a world title match? Cool, fine.
Yeah.
But he
Put some.
losing.
Put,
He losing.
hell yeah, bro. I put this snuck in that carrying cross real quick. You feel me?
Carrying cross. Talk about that carrying cross sneak.
Yes, sir. But that's what it is for a lot, man. Cause I could care less about Liv Morgan, but it's y'all fans. Could care less about Dolph Ziggler, but y'all fans. Y'all just need to chill.
I gotta stop. Y'all gotta chill with the gassing. Y'all be gassing them up to heights that they no longer like. If y'all talking about, if this was 2016 and you talking about Dolph Ziggler should win the world title, I'd have been right on the bandwagon with you. I'd have been Ali Boombaye, all that. Hoorah, you right. I'd have been
Hoorah.
right there with you. But this is 2023 and it is way more people to me that deserve that honor before
Shit,
him.
no cap. And I don't even rock with this dude either, cause I just don't. But even Mustafa fucking Ali deserves that shit over Dolph Ziggler, bruh.
Now see, I wouldn't go that far.
Bruh.
I
Cause
wouldn't
let's
go that
remember
far.
where WWE had him before, but you know, injuries and shit. There wasn't supposed to be no Kofi Mania.
Yeah,
It was supposed to
I mean,
be
I guess,
Ali Mania. So I
but
mean,
I don't know. I don't really know why I stand with Mustafa Ali. I just know he beat Dolph that one time.
that one
Um,
that one time.
that one time. But we gonna see. We definitely gonna see.
I just y'all need to chill. Y'all need to chill. I'm not
No
saying
cap,
I'm
no
not
cap, and
saying he old. That's not the thing. I'm just saying and where he's at right now in his career, he's there to put over young talent. He's there to be that legend, that guy that's been there before that somebody has to go through to get somewhere else. And
I
that's
feel like
okay.
Dolph Ziggler is in the same box as the Miz. Like both are very talented, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Both are very talented. But I feel like at this stage in their career, at this point in their career, they've pretty much done all that they needed to do, if that makes sense. Like at this point,
Yeah.
they're there to do whatever WWE needs them to do with the Miz, whether it's uh you want him to have a you want him to have a 5 star, not a five, you want him to put on a real good match with Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw, he can do that. You want him to host WrestleMania and get the people's elbow dropped on him by Snoop Dogg, he can do that. Like I feel like Dolph and the
Fucking
Miz are
Snoop
pretty
Dogg.
much in the same lane in the fact that at this point in their career, uh, they should really only be doing what WWE needs them to do. Like as far as a world title, I don't care to see either of them really hold a world title. It doesn't really do anything for me.
And that's the thing. If y'all get what y'all want, the Miz being a perfect example, it's just gonna be some transitional shit. That's what. Why would y'all want that for somebody you actually fuck with? Like, cause that's the only reason the Miz touched the WWE title the second time.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, I don't even know where I was going. That's crazy. I lost my train of thought.
That's
Damn,
insane.
don't do
But you were saying
drugs.
they the same.
I don't do drugs. I'm sorry.
don't eat Tostitos and you know. Or,
Wow. All right.
but now you were saying how the Miz and Dolph Ziggler are the same. They've done what they needed to do. They're just there to do whatever
Yeah,
WWE needs them to do.
yeah. I feel like they in the same lane, and it's just like there's no disrespect to either of them, like at all. Like I fully acknowledge the fact that both of them are WWE greats, absolutely, first ballot Hall of Famers and whatnot. But world championship runs, like gone are the days where either of those two are gonna be like seriously pushed in the main event scene, and that's okay because they've been there before.
Hmm.
Like they've had their moments winning the world title. So I mean, shit. cope. That's what I mean. It's
Cool.
it is what it is.
I mean, it is what it is. At the end of the day, neither one of us dislikes Dolph Ziggler. It's as it says in the title. It's just the fans, bro. You
It's just
gotta
really what it
chill.
is, man.
Just gotta chill. And on that note, Dolph Ziggler's still mid though. Now let me stop. Let me
That's
stop.
wow.
Let me stop. Let me stop. What a
That's
way to end.
wow.
Nah, but Jason, appreciate you coming out today to get this out the way. Your little hot topics for the past week and some change. Especially that Orange Cassidy shit.
Oh yeah. It's and people still not gonna give it up. Like it's people in my comments earlier talking about uh Orange Cassidy is definitely better than the Miz. He's 100% better than the Miz. And at this point, I have no point in responding. Like it's not. I know I know what type of person you are if you genuinely think that. Like I'd be sitting there staring at the comments like, why would I respond to this when I can just delete it? Like it's I guess there's no point.
Or why leave it? Just swipe.
Yes, that's another thing. Like especially with like my videos and type videos I make, rarely ever do I like ask a question or ask what anybody else think. I just give my opinion, and then like like
Because Jason don't give a
people that
fuck about your.
like people that disagree with me, like they'll comment and like get to talking all this shit about how they don't understand what I'm talking about, how I don't make no sense, this, that, third, blah, blah, and how they disagree. And this is like, bro, you could have kept that shit to yourself. Like I didn't ask. Like, I was getting on here talking about what I think. I didn't ask what you think. Like I really don't care if you disagree. Like if you think something differently than me, if you don't agree with what I'm saying in the video, you could just scroll, not
That's it.
interact, not like it's
Not in,
fine. It's
not
okay.
interested.
It's like trust me, it's okay. I'm not gonna cry myself to sleep at night because user 445769 doesn't want to interact with my post. It's fine. Like if you don't agree, you can just scroll. That's fine. You're only making it worse for yourself trying to come at me because I'm not the one. I as many of you know, I will light you up like a Christmas tree. It's that's what it is. I put in that type of work because it makes me smile. You know, I have a strong disdain for goofies, and
You goofy.
I love putting goofies in their place. So if you would like to be goofy, please don't do it on my platform. Please, thank you. That's all I ask because you're only making it worse for yourself. You can just scroll, save yourself the heartbreak. Save yourself the heartbreak. It's fine. Because
So,
half of the shit I be doing, I be joking all the time, all the time. I'm a very unserious person until it's time to be serious. I joke all the damn time. You know this.
it's, it is what it is, bro. But that's
It
why
is.
that's
It is
uh,
what it is, man.
that's why we come up in here on the chop shop. Let motherfuckers speak their piece, and if you care, you care. If not, again, scroll. It's not that hard. I could have
You know what I'm
made
saying?
so many videos by now with people talking shit about
Like,
theory, bro.
and let me like not to add a little bit on like with the whole disagreeing thing. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, you allow like okay when it comes to like disagreeing, like the people
Look who just hopped in.
who out there, I'm offended. Like personally offended. I'm sorry. I apologize, Jay. Look, like I said, I I don't know if you've been here for the whole thing, but uh I do not I absolutely do not hate Dolph Ziggler. I'm not Oos. I'm not Oos, okay? I don't hate Dolph Ziggler. I will acknowledge the fact that he's one of the greatest in-ring workers I've ever seen. I just dislike the fact that
Oh
a lot of the
man.
fan a lot of his diehard fans are kind of they try and jump the line with this world title thing. Like you're not gonna sit up here and tell me that a Dolph Ziggler should be world champion over a Gunther or a Finn Balor or a Theory or something like that. It's just like I said, I don't hate Dolph. I don't go dissing him seriously. I be joking, but yeah, his fans they piss me off. They piss me off. You know what I'm saying? But as far as like disagreeing and stuff like that, like I've had people in my comments like they be like, oh, I think differently, but this, that, and the third, and blah blah blah. Like that's okay. Like that's fine. Like I interact with that. Like that's the type of like respectful discourse like I will have. It just be the people that get up in there acting like what I'm saying, like there's no way that can possibly be true. Like, oh, are you fucking kidding me? Orange Cassidy is definitely better than the Miz. What are you talking about? The Miz is me, and you just did that. To like. it's a certain way you go about that shit. Like you're not finna try to get up in my comments and try to make me seem like I'm some type of jackass. Like it's not what this is. Cause I'll fire back. Like you wanna be on some I respectfully disagree type stuff, like that's cool. But anything else, I fire back. Cause like I said, I have a strong disdain for goofies. Okay. I like putting goofies in their place. It makes me smile. It brings me joy. So yeah. That's really where that's really where I stand on the issue. Like I said, only I think the only wrestlers I genuinely just like dislike probably probably Orange Cassidy. Well, yeah, there Orange Cassidy, Tony Nese, he know what he did, and Cody Rhodes. I don't rock with either of them. I think he muted. I think you muted yourself.
Oh shit, my bad. And I'm saying, that's all that matters. Tony Nese, he did what he did. That's it.
Everyone
Everyone
did think
thought
the
the
Street
street plot.
Profit. Yeah, I did. I thought they was gonna draft. I thought they was gonna draft like Taz to Raw and Dawkins to SmackDown. But I mean, hey, I feel like I feel like they tag team division not deep enough for them to be splitting up the Street Profits, especially since if they finna split up the world titles, then you definitely can't be splitting up no tag teams now because your tag team division is definitely not deep enough.
It's not.
Definitely not.
They about to have maximum male models beat KO and Sammy. Let's go. Yes, sir. Masay and Mansoor, whatever it is.
Damn. Nah, bro, that shit wow.
All I know
Whew.
is so far, I'm just gonna wait for Monday and see what happens, bro.
Yeah, same with the
Cause,
draft.
cause they,
I'm
they,
on.
they, they got transfers and shit. I don't know. Last time I checked, people coming at me in my comments, it's basically a trade. Nah, cause where I'm from, if you get transferred, usually you don't get replaced. They just hire somebody else. You don't get
Well,
nobody like not
I
all the
mean,
time. Cause if that's the case, so the people in that tournament, if somebody wins from SmackDown, so the person from SmackDown is gonna go to Raw and then vice versa. Again, the fuck was the point of the draft?
yeah, in a certain sense, but in terms of like the word transfer, like I guess it can mean the same thing as trade in a certain sense because when I used to work at Jewel Osco, grocery store, and one of my coworkers from my department had got transferred from one location to another one, and in turn, we got somebody from their uh, department. So it's just like it was a trade, but they said transfer, so I can understand
But it's
like
like
where
just say trade, bro. Like I'm tired of y'all trying to find ways
I'm
to say
assuming.
different words to make it sound interesting. Like get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm assuming like when they say transfer, that means they taking one person from one brand and they not gonna send anybody back. Like it's not gonna be a situation where it's like, oh, Seth Rollins gets drafted to SmackDown, but then Cody Rhodes gets transferred from Raw to SmackDown for Seth Rollins. I don't think it's gonna be one of them type of deals.
And if it is, bro, just use the fucking word trade. Stop trying to find ways to make the shit interesting. Just say trades.
I
It's
mean,
been in WWE before. They've made trades.
yeah,
Just say that shit.
but I feel like the draft would have been like, cause you know how like before like when they had GMs the draft like kind of made sense because
Hmm.
I like you like kayfabe wise like the GMs were the ones picking who went where. Now it's just like you just got everybody coming out with these cards and it's just like, well, who determined that Roman Reigns is gonna be the first pick to SmackDown?
Fox.
Even though like so they doing the whole Fox versus USA thing again. They just didn't show the whole draft boards.
It's
Is
like
that what it is?
it's
I
basically
prefer
what
to.
it is.
I feel like they were. I rock with the whole GM thing. I ain't even gonna lie. I feel like they should like bring back them type of GMs and whatnot. But I
Shit.
mean, like
Everybody
you
was
said,
talking
I'm gonna
about
just let it
Adam
ride.
Pierce. We ain't even see him.
As far as I know, he run both. But
I
as
ain't
far
see
as
him
the
at all
draft
yesterday.
goes, as far as the draft goes, in the moment I definitely was upset at day one, at day one of the draft. But taking time to like calm down and whatnot. I'm gonna just let them cook because at the end of the day, I'm just me. Ain't shit I can do. They ain't listening to my opinion. They don't care.
Oh,
They don't even know me, and I
they.
fully acknowledge
Oh.
that. So it's just you know. I'm just a nigga
I,
with an
I, I
opinion.
I
So
just
I'm
I
gonna let
just be
them rock.
voicing my opinion, bro. They never gonna see me unless I say some really off the wall type shit,
I'm, uh,
and,
I'm
and,
gonna let them
and I'm
rock.
not.
They don't care what I say. Only people that care what I say is the people that follow my account, which I appreciate. Couldn't
So
ask for
do I.
better, but
You know,
yeah,
love y'all.
I'm
You
just let
feel
them
me?
rock. Let
But
them rock.
on that note, fuck Roman Reigns. Nah. But again, bro, appreciate you for coming out. Episode 2, Stipulation Saturdays. Just let everybody know where they can follow you again before we go.
Oh, wrestling account, HB Bird. Uh, main account, Bird with a Y. Uh, yeah, I be posting when I feel like it and whatnot. That's not a slight to anybody. It's just some days I got it, some days I don't. It be like that.
And you know, us big creators, we support our smaller creators. Just
Here you go. Here you here you go. Don't go punching down on anybody.
I don't punch down on anyone. You got to